Hello, hi everyone. This is Sister Faith Meche from Nigeria. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. I hope you are doing very well. I am supposed to be in this program with you, but the Lord has better plans for me. You know, while we were getting ready for this program, I told the Lord, I said, let your will be done. And He is almighty. So He had better plans, and I am very grateful to God for the wonderful opportunity to be in service, to be in this service for the Lord, to work for the Lord in this capacity. It is a rare privilege, and I'm grateful to God. And I will tell you that this my experience with the Lord, it started 4 years ago. You know, I'm a Christian. I am a pastor's daughter. Actually, I'm a pastor's daughter. My dad is a pastor, my mom an evangelist. So I was born in this family of Christians. But the Lord wants each of us to have an experience with Him. And that experience I had when I met with our director, Reverend Teresa, and her husband, Reverend Gordon. You know, in 2020, just before the COVID struck, my mom was supposed to go to Uganda. Usually I'm the one handling her traveling plans and everything, helping her arrange whenever it's time for her to travel to the US, to anywhere. She would tell me, and then I and my husband will be arranging her. She'll come to our house, then we'll plan everything and all that. This time around, I said, Lord, I want to join her. I was actually going to escort her, and I didn't know. I was not prepared for the encounter that I had in Uganda. But the Lord has plans. That's why I told you. When I was planning for this program, I said, the Lord, let your will be done. So the Lord had plans for me in 2020. And He took me. And that was my first time of traveling out of the country. So I was very excited. And I was also looking forward to meeting director and her husband face to face for the first time, because I had spoken with them over the phone for a long time. When I got to Uganda, I had this encounter with the Spirit of God. First of all, I was listening and I was paying attention. Actually, I wanted to just hear. I want to hear and go, because I was comfortable with the life I was living. I knew that I was a Christian. I knew that I had children and I'm raising them in the ways of God, so I had no problem. I thought that was all. Not knowing that the Lord had bigger plans for me. He wanted me in the ministry. He wanted me to be part of what He's doing at this end time. And then the Lord inspired me. I was listening to the people that came from the US. There's this young man, George. He's a Chinese. He came, he was speaking. He's younger than I was at that time. He's younger than I am, rather. And he was speaking so full of enthusiasm. I was asking myself, why is this young man talking like this? He's a kid. Where did he get this inspiration from? And that was where the Spirit of God started ministering to me. He said, Faith, yes, you're a Christian. Yes, you are compassionate. But you have a lot to do for me. And then at that program, at that particular time in Uganda, the Lord inspired us to translate the Foundation of Faith curriculum in Nigerian languages, Nigerian 3 major languages, which is the Igbo, the Hausa, and the Yoruba. And immediately after that program, we started the translation process. And then we started moving about preaching the gospel. We went to the prisons. We took Foundation of Faith curriculum in the gospel. And there's one beautiful thing about the Word of God. The Word of God does not fail. All we need to do is to pay attention to it. All we need to do is to give ourselves to it. And then leave the other part for the Lord to do. As we are conveyors of the good news, we carry the good news, we bring it to them, and then the remaining is for the Lord to do. And He has not failed. The Word of God has the capacity of doing that which it has said it will do. Which He has said He will do. Because that's my experience in Nigerian prisons, where I took the Word of God to. I took the Foundation of Faith to them. Starting from COVID, I couldn't meet with the prisoners face to face because it was COVID. I had to read for them from the points where I met the warders and they were listening. Then from then, after the COVID, I had the opportunity of going to meet with them. So many of them that heard my voice then were able to see me face to face. So many of them, they were asking, okay, so now that we have read, we have known who God is, what's the next step? I had to minister to these people one after the other. Some of them had to come out, confess so many things that they were doing. In fact, when we went to the female prison, I met one of the ladies there that said that she actually committed the crime she committed because she needed to leave home. She was being abused at home and she needed an opportunity to leave home because she had tried to run away and they brought her back. So she didn't want to run away again. She needed to leave.